I'm feeling very high energy today, if you can't already tell, because I'm so excited to go climbing. Yay! Woohoo! So I started climbing in early 2025, so it's been a year and a half now, which is crazy. I am still very much a beginner level. I think I'm doing like V2s. From where I've come from though, I have noticed a lot of progression because for a start, I was very scared of heights. Ben can testify to this. I would get to the very top of climbs and then I would begin to shake. I'd begin to cry. I would not know how to get back down, all these things. But no, I've finally overcome this fear. Thank God. Partly because I've learned how to fall properly. And then also the more you do it, the better you get at it and the more you trust yourself. I feel like for me, climbing is a lot about getting yourself in the most secure position as possible. And sometimes you're going to feel insecure, etc. But it's about fighting through that feeling. And then when you get to the top, when you feel that rush of energy, the adrenaline, everything, it's like, you've done it. Yay. So you are actually overcoming your fear every single time you climb. It's amazing. So many things I absolutely love about it. Honestly, I've always been very drawn to climbing. I've been watching climbing YouTubers for years before I ever even entered a climbing gym. And I don't even know why. I just loved it. I loved the look of how it was like puzzles on the wall. And then I also loved hearing that like a pile of nerds were into it. So I was like, perfect, sign me right up. My nearest climbing gym was probably over an hour's drive. So it was not feasible for me growing up at all. And it's expensive as well. Now that I'm an adult and I'm living in a city, Manchester, luckily we've got a few climbing gyms and I go to the depot ones. They're so good. So it's actually the biggest climbing gym in the UK. And yeah, highly rate them. They're so much fun. There's always new things to try. And anyone that I've met is also very friendly as well. It's such a good vibe. Yay. Today I'm going to attempt to take you along with me and record some of my climbs and talk a wee bit about them and a wee bit more probably about my journey of climbing that I love so much. Here are the bouldering grades at the gym. So I would be sat around the blacks and the pinks on the lower end of the scale. So the V2s, the V3s, and I've done some reds before as well, but few and far between. I love starting every session with a good warm up on some easier climbs with loads of exaggerated movement to get my body ready. I struggle on anything overhang, so even though this is a blue with loads of jogs, really simple, I'm still struggling here. But it's still good for a warm up anyway. Moving on to this black V2 slab, this is my ideal kind of climb. I love these climbs so much. Anything slab, to be honest, I'll give a go. So moving up into this side catch, which I really like, and all the holds are really secure, really nice and easy until this final bit. So look at how much my toe taps, the beginner toe tap on this foothold here a million times. And then I just miss that end hold time after time after time. And I saw so many tall men just grab and get it first go, like unfair. If I'm being real with myself though, it's because I obviously was not committing to the move. So finally I get up again. I've had enough by this point. I was getting frustrated. And then sometimes you can channel that frustration into giving a final jump, push, whatever it is you need to get that final hold. Woohoo! I had a really chill session, to be honest. I definitely stuck to climbs that I find a lot easier and kind of coasted and chilled through them for a bit. I tend to do that if I'm on my own. I wouldn't really push myself that much. Whereas if Ben, my boyfriend's there with me, or if I'm climbing with other people, I definitely do things that are outside of my comfort zone because you're encouraged and it's fine as well if you just want to chill. Sometimes I just want to chill. So one reason why I wanted to start making climbing videos is because I do want to give myself a bit of direction and a bit of purpose with my climbing. So I want to start doing some challenges, how I can progress and really get better, and maybe not do as much chilling and coasting as I have been doing. I did end the session on a more difficult climb for me, so I'd guess this is about a V3, and I think this is a vertical. So, yeah. Sorry, what was that noise? Where did it come from? Oh, I can't be arsed to re-record this voiceover. Um, but yeah, I did not read this route properly, and I was just fighting with it a lot. As you can tell, my legs were going up and down, and then for this final push, for this final hold, I was completely taxed, absolutely zero energy, back down, boom, on the floor, dead. In between these clips as well, someone from the climbing gym came up to me and asked was I recording and if I had YouTube and stuff, and became my 11th subscriber, I think. So big shout out to that kind man. Um and yeah, this is my final climb of the day. I decided to give it one last go because I got to the second last hold and I thought, come on, I've got more to give. And I made the same mistake, shock, as last time, where I just misread the route again. And yeah, I should have definitely just spent a bit more time thinking about it rather than just jumping on it. But here, it's a learning curve. It's all good. And I can't explain how tired my arms were at the end of the session. I definitely did a lot more climbs I didn't record because it was a very busy centre. Definitely not going to try record whenever it's that busy again. But, folks, look at this. I've been on it for a minute now. I summoned the energy. And I swear, see, whenever you get the final hold, whenever you're about to collapse, best feeling ever. Celebration. Thank you so much for watching this far, and stay tuned if you'd like to see more progression, climbing stuff, etc. etc. I'll leave you with a wee clip of me attempting my first ever pull up. Failure, not even one. So yeah, add that to the list of things I need to improve on. Bye!